In a bold and unprecedented move that has sent ripples across the region, Burkina Faso's military leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore, has dismissed the prime minister and dissolved the entire government. This dramatic decision, announced on Friday through a presidential decree signed by Traore, has left African leaders and observers in shock. While the decree did not provide reasons for the action, it instructed members of the dissolved cabinet to continue handling current affairs until a new government is established. Tambela, a civilian who became prime minister soon after Traore's 2022 coup, is the latest prominent figure to be ousted amidst the rise of military-led governments in West Africa. This move highlights a pattern of increasing instability and demonstrates Traore's determination to address significant challenges within his administration. While Captain Traore has not explicitly stated his reasons for dissolving the government, various factors seem to have played a role in his decision. Two prominent theories are circulating: allegations of corruption and worries about internal power struggles, including potential coup plots. Just days before the dissolution, Captain Traore openly condemned his government for widespread corruption. In a public address, Traore expressed outrage at the actions of certain officials, accusing them of misappropriating funds intended for public welfare. He claimed that these individuals were enriching themselves with public money, disregarding the plight of struggling taxpayers. These taxpayers, already facing economic hardships, rely on government support for survival, Traore emphasized. Traore's allegations indicate that government corruption had become unbearable, compelling him to act decisively to restore accountability. He emphasized that such a breach of public trust would not be allowed under his leadership. Dissolving the government appears to be a step in a larger effort to eliminate corruption and establish a more transparent administration. Unfortunately, in this situation, we recognize that there are still individuals attempting to manipulate time. However, we have dedicated 2 years to raising awareness. It seems that, at some point, people felt we were focusing too much on awareness and believed we should refrain from taking action. At a certain point, we made the decision to take action. I must inform you that, unfortunately, during this recent period, following a reported complaint, we uncovered a network involved in malpractice. Regrettably, within the Ministry of Humanitarian Action, a ministry meant to serve the most vulnerable, individuals allowed themselves to misappropriate funds amounting to billions in 2024. They have misappropriated several billions. Thanks to the police's outstanding investigative work, we were able to uncover numerous assets, including luxury vehicles and various other valuable items, which have now been seized. This highlights the importance of strict oversight. Without it, there will always be individuals who believe they can act with impunity. Billions, particularly allocated to the Ministry of Humanitarian Action, have been diverted in this situation. Among those implicated are insurance agents, some of whom are now in prison. Hundreds of millions intended to support the poorest and aid internally displaced individuals have been misappropriated. In this ministry, there have been attempts to divert these funds. I am certain it happens elsewhere as well because we are continuing the investigation. There are often arrests that might not be immediately clear to you, but we understand the reasons behind them. Many individuals continue to attempt to divert public funds, and we will show no leniency toward them. This is an opportunity to urge the Commission on Dysfunctional Regulations, established due to numerous reports reaching the presidency, to take its work seriously and help uncover all the thieves concealed within the administration. We cannot accept these instances of battling terrorism, where some sacrifice their land while others take advantage, stealing billions and indulging in luxury. The situation is hard to define, as challenges arise every single day. We will move forward here, addressing anyone who attempts to undermine us. We will take the appropriate actions, whether with diplomacy or force. They will fulfill their responsibilities for the sake of the country. We will no longer tolerate certain behaviors. The time for awareness has passed. It's time for everyone to focus on their duties for the benefit of our people. Burkina Faso has endured much and continues to face hardships. This suffering must come to an end at some point. The people also deserve to experience happiness, to live freely, and to enjoy the wealth that belongs to Burkina Faso. There is no justification for this to be limited to a small group that permits the misuse of public funds. Another likely explanation concerns the threat of coups. Traore's government has been confronted with ongoing rumors of coup attempts, with a major plot allegedly thwarted just weeks prior to this announcement. Though details are limited, reports indicate that the recent coup attempt was orchestrated by dissatisfied members of the military and political elite who oppose Traore's leadership and reform agenda. This is not the first time Traore's government has faced such challenges. Since assuming power, he has been contending with a landscape filled with intrigue, discontent, and resistance from various factions within Burkina Faso. Critics contend that the government's dissolution might be a strategic move to eliminate those suspected of conspiring against him. The scenario closely parallels the struggles encountered by Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader, Thomas Sankara, during the 1980s. Sankara, known for leading anti-colonial reforms and enacting extensive changes, was eventually overthrown and assassinated in a coup driven by both internal and external forces. Traore, often regarded as a contemporary Sankara, seems intent on avoiding a similar fate by confronting potential challenges to his leadership directly. His leadership evokes comparisons to Thomas Sankara's legacy, celebrated for bold reforms and staunch opposition to neo-colonialism. Like Sankara, Traore has emerged as a strong advocate for national sovereignty, resisting external influence and prioritizing the well-being of the Burkinabe people. This position has made him a target for influential interests, both within the country and abroad, who profit from maintaining the status quo. Analysts highlight that efforts to weaken Traore's leadership mirror a long-standing trend of undermining progressive African leaders who resist external exploitation. The assassination of Sankara and the reversal of his reforms serve as a powerful reminder of the dangers Traore confronts. Following the dissolution, Traore acted quickly to stabilize the government. On Saturday, he named John Emmanuel Ouedraogo, a former Minister of Communication, as the new Prime Minister. This decision, announced through a presidential decree on national television, reflects Traore's aim to ensure continuity while introducing essential reforms. Ouedraogo's primary responsibility will be to assemble a new cabinet equipped to tackle Burkina Faso's pressing challenges. By prioritizing communication expertise in this election, the president signals a focus on enhancing transparency and restoring public confidence. Captain Ibrahim Traore's decision to dissolve the government marks a pivotal point in the nation's political journey. While the decision highlights his resolve to tackle corruption and protect his administration, it also emphasizes the fragility of his position. Traore's capacity to address these challenges will decide whether he evolves into a transformational leader akin to Thomas Sankara or falters under the weight of pressures that have often thwarted comparable endeavors. At present, Burkina Faso finds itself at a pivotal crossroads, where the actions of its leaders are poised to influence the nation's trajectory for years ahead. If you believe in the power of unity, justice, and resilient leadership, join us on this journey. Hit the like button, subscribe to Avalanche Facts, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a story of transformation and courage.